Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I am on my phone, so my head looks really big. It is 6:57, so we've got 3 minutes. If you're on the replay, hang tight with me and just begin to breathe full and slow and deep into your body. Okay, good morning. Thank you, Jiz. Appreciate it. All right, good morning, everybody. If you're logging in on the replay, we've got 2 minutes to wait for everybody else to join us. So I just encourage you to begin to breathe full and slow and deep into your body. Fully land here while we're waiting for everybody to join us. All right, I see 2 people have logged in. I'm on my phone. I don't know, there you go. I do see my phone is starting to tell me that people have shown up. It's not showing me comments, but go ahead and say hello in the comments if you would. It's 6:59, so we're gonna hang tight for a minute, waiting for everybody to join us. And if you're here, I just encourage you to begin to breathe a little deeper into your body. I am on my phone in a hotel, which is why my head looks so big. All right, it's 7 o'clock straight up. I'm gonna wait 1 more minute, give people a chance to get here. I see 3 of you are here. My phone's not telling me who. So make sure you say hello in the comments while we're waiting 1 more minute to let others join us. As I'm sitting here, my phone is giving me sporadic messages that my connection is slow. So if it breaks up, I apologize. Usually when it does that on my phone when I'm in a hotel, the replay is fine. Okay, it is 7:01. I'm gonna jump right in. Before we start, I'm gonna invite all of us together to just ground ourselves with the breathing pattern that we were given last month. I always like to take my hands and imagine them as jumper cables, giving my heart energy just a little extra boost. It also makes me feel connected. I feel that physical touch connecting me to the higher intelligence of my soul. And that feels good to me. So if you feel like doing that, go ahead and put your hands on your heart. I like to make sure my feet are flat on the floor. It just lets the energy move through me a little more freely. So if that feels good to you, go ahead and do the same thing. And then let's close our eyes. The pattern that we've been given that really helps regulate our nervous system as we're being bombarded with light and information is in through our nose for 4 counts and out through our mouth for 6 counts. It just is a different breathing pattern that slows everything down. Let's do that 3 times together. I'll be quiet and we'll do our own. In through our nose for 4, out through our mouth for 6, and do 3 sets. Here we go. And once you've done your 3 sets, stay inward just a moment longer and notice your body. That's a key element of this tool we were given. They told us, once you do it, don't rush out of it until you've paused long enough to notice some shift. It's putting the focus on noticing that expands the benefit. Because now your brain makes the connection. Oh, this new breathing pattern really does help my body relax. Oh, this new breathing pattern really does help my nervous system settle just a little bit more. And in both of those elements, simply from the breathing, a little more relaxed body and a little more calm nervous system, in that stillness, you have the opportunity just to connect with the wisdom that wants to come forward. Not necessarily in that moment. You're training your mind to use the breath to create the shift, to open the space that has never gone away outside of you. It's waiting for you to step in, back inside. It's like an open window or an open screen door on your back patio that your guest opens and says, join me out here, or join me in here, join me in the sunlight, join me in the relaxation of the warmth of the light. Let's sit here a minute and enjoy what presents itself. That's the beauty of the breath, taking us inward. It's inviting us back into our self, where coherence lies. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes if you like. I want to remind you that at 6 a.m. this morning, you received your meditation for February. If you haven't listened to the January, this is our 3rd year of receiving these channeled messages. These are longer. There's more verbal guidance that is taking us deeper inward. I would encourage you to utilize that beautiful tool. It's broadcast on a higher frequency, and you are receiving a transmission far beyond my words that you're hearing me read what they've given us. It's a super sweet, powerful tool to add where we're at right now. Before I give you the message, I also want to say thank you for holding me on our Soul Work Sanctuary Zoom meeting on Saturday. For those of you that were there, I really appreciate it. And I felt your love. Thank you. Today, I want to pull out something from the February message and then just connect a few dots for us in our very short 15 minutes, of which 6 are already gone, to help you draw your focus to. So, the part of the message I want to pull out and read to you is, and this is the greater, they label it the greater context for the reorganizing of the energy that we're feeling the intensity activate within us right now. They say, beloved ones, your planet has entered a phase of accelerated change. I want to let you know when that phase is. It's the month of February. 2026 is going to be a really potent year. They were telling us that all of 2025. This message for February, and it's February 9th, they're saying, beloved ones, in this month, your planet has entered a phase of accelerated change. Not sudden destruction, not instant revelation, but gradual exposure. What was unstable must show itself. What was built on fear must loosen. What depended on confusion can no longer hide. You will feel these changes before you see them clearly in the outer world. You will feel these changes before you see them clearly in the outer world. That is because the human nervous system responds to frequency before the mind forms explanations. You're not imagining the intensity, you're not imagining the emotional charge in the air, and you're not imagining the sense that something important is unfolding. And yet hear us clearly as we remind and reinforce what we have shared with you in the past. This time is not about bracing yourself. It's about embodying yourself. This is very important. The old ways of navigating life through tension, control, constant analysis, and fear cannot steady you now. Go back and read that. Those tools belong to an older environment. Your heart knows this. Your mind may not want to believe this, but you can help it catch up to this truth. A new way of living is emerging, and it begins inside of you. That's the part I wanted to pull out. This is the part I want to expand on. It's really confusing for the human experience when, as the February message says, we feel this change. Remember 2 months ago, they talked about the movement, and I used my hands like this. Back in December, they're saying you're going to feel a lot inside of you. That's the frequency being absorbed and experienced. And through human experience, it activates an emotional response, and all that movement based on the fear frequency we've only known feels like danger. And they kept telling us it's not danger, which is confusing to us when we see dangerous things happening on the outside in the physical realm. It's confusing for the mind, right? But they're supporting us in being very intentional and having understanding about what's happening, which is what they've been trying to give us since 2017. And they continue to give us tangible, simple tools to navigate this intensity. But the mind goes, wait, we're feeling all of this. Get ready, brace, or quickly find a solution, or fix, or resist, or yell at your screen and be mad at somebody because the intensity is so great. And then the mind says, how can something good be happening with ascension energies when everything looks so horrible? Right? That's the that's the mind trying to catch up with the reality of what the body has experienced, but the mind has no memory to draw from, which is why all the support that we've been given all these years, which have been like, I've been using the analogy, you've been making deposits into an account, an energetic account that's building compound effect and strength and bandwidth. And the elders have told us it's so confusing because the purpose in the message of February, ascension energy is not coming here to fix the world for us based on the systems that we've known. It's not coming to fix things. It's not here to prevent a collapse. It's not here to stop conflict, and it's not here to make things look calm on the outside. That's not what's happening here. And that's where our mind gets stuck. We expect ascension support to look like relief and feel like relief. And that's not the phase we're in. And it's super important because we're going to be walking in between these two realities all of 2026. So if you read the February message, they're saying, make your expectations realistic. So in a nutshell, for today's message, because it's already 7:12, I want you to hear this now based on all the energetic deposits you've made and the bandwidth which you're capable of hearing my words and filtering them through a higher understanding. A great way to think about this is the light is getting so bright that all the corruption, I'm looking at my notes because I put this in a condensed way. Let me see if I can. It's like the light has gotten so bright. Absolutely nothing that has been built on fear, deception, lies, oppression, manipulation, any of that, none of it can hide in the shadows anymore because there is no shadow left. If you let your mind think about that, the light is so bright, no one has anywhere to hide that is attached to those corruptive systems. But they're still humans. So the light is going to expose them, and we see this on the world stage all the time. The whole Epstein file stuff, the war conflicts, the us versus them. As the light gets so bright and no one involved in those systems has anywhere to hide, they're going to still have their human reaction to preserve themselves and survive what they were able to survive when the light didn't expose them. So that's why it's going to get louder. That's why it's going to get crazier, because people are going to have their reaction to the light exposing what's coming down and their involvement in it. And at the same time, you're being bombarded with information that's telling you how to see it and interpret it to support all those people trying to save their own ass. And at the same time, you're having this absorption of light within yourself reverberate all of your alignment to that entrainment, trying to move out of your body, and you're having your own reaction to that. And when we have reactions, all we normally have to pull from is our memory of how we've dealt with this kind of scary shit in the past, and it's not the same kind of scary shit. It's so multi-layered. Can you feel that? It's 7:15. Give me 2 more minutes, maybe 3. Why is that important today? I said on Saturday, if you were there, if you don't, and I'm saying it again, if you don't pick up anything from today or then, sit with your own inquiry to your higher self. It's time to fully surrender to a truth that your soul knows. This is not game as normal. So all your reactions to fix everything so you don't have to feel uncomfortable, which is normal, isn't going to work. And if you read the February message, they're telling you, hey, those are old tools for an old energetic environment. Those are old tools for your own fearful inner landscape. Your inner landscape has been illuminated. Your ability to perceive in a different way is sitting right here. And all the tools we've been given, which they're calling bring ourselves into coherence, it's like the door is wide open. It's never been shut. You just didn't know you could retreat back into all of that alignment, all of that intelligence, all of that light. And when we make that our priority, even in the midst of our busy lives and even in the midst of the bombardment of things grabbing our attention, trying to tell us how to think and how to react to everybody else's reaction of the dismantle, the only place of safety, the only place of clarity, the only place of stillness is within. And if we make that our priority, we're going to grow over 2026 in the experience that they've been telling us, and they reinforce it in the February message. You're going to see people living on the same planet having a very different reaction to what's unfolding that seems to be getting louder, that many are interpreting, oh, the loudness is winning, the darkness is winning. And there will be those of us that will say, oh, I'm anchored as the lighthouse. As the lighthouse, I've made my inner stillness my top priority, so I will not become the wave. I will not become the ocean, because I've never been that and I never will be. But that light is only nurtured and embodied through the stillness of all the tools and practices they continue to give us. You've got 2 in your possession for this month, a beautiful message and a beautiful meditation. What happens when we all turn the dial on leveling up our priority to take the medicine more on a daily basis? What happens? We don't know until we run the experiment. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do today. Develop a new relationship with the messages as medicine, the way they have been encouraging us for the last 2 months, and see what happens. I said on Saturday, you don't have to digest the entire message. You don't have to drink the whole bottle of medicine if you don't want to. You can take teaspoons by reading 2 or 3 lines, sitting in your stillness for 5 minutes, not 2 hours, not 1 hour, not 30 minutes, 5 minutes, and pondering, what can be illuminated within me from this sip of medicine that will change my day? And then you pay attention to how the medicine is working. Okay, so I'm gonna just lead us one more time in that breath work. I really want you to utilize the breath work because it helps us regulate our nervous system that's absorbing light and trying to use the tools to retrain the brain how to interact with the external unfolding that's getting louder. So if you feel like it, go ahead and close your eyes. If you feel like it, go ahead and put your jumper cables on your beautiful heart chakra. Soften your shoulders, soften your body, soften all the muscles in your face, and then breathe in for 4 counts through your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out slowly through your mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it 2 more times, all on your own. And when you complete, stay inward for a moment longer. And then turn your focus to noticing. You might not notice anything right away, but the step of saying, wait, I'm going to pause and just notice any shift in my body, in my mind, in my muscles, in my clarity. It's the turning of the focus after the breath work that really builds the cohesiveness of that beautiful tool. All right, that's where I'm going to leave you today. I love you tons. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you on next Magical Monday. Bye for now.